Throughout my whole life, the only place I have consistent memories of is this house. There's never been any renovations. I mean, you could look around and see that everything is decorated in 1968 decor. So nothing's changed at all. It's all just remained the same. Every time we'd come over, the grandkids would come up here and we'd get measured, and my grandfather would just kind of put us up against the wall and mark our height down there. And the first date right here is 1969 and goes all the way to 2013. My grandfather was the tallest in the family. And then here's my grandmother. Over time, she started shrinking, so she was going backwards as we were going forwards. The whole house has always been like a constant in my life, and this is sort of like the heart of the house, I guess. Brent and I turned an old bedroom into a studio. So most of our last record was recorded here. Each room in this house has sort of its own memory for me, I guess. A few months ago, my dad and my aunt told me they were selling the house. So we've had to find a new place to keep our studio. There's like over 45, almost 50 years of history right here, just on this wall. It's a representation of this march in time towards the end. Once we move out, I mean, I'll most likely never be in here again. So everything's changing.
Can you hear me, Father John? Have you lost what you believe? What's the matter? What's the meaning when nothing's as it seems? Sit down at the table now. There's reason, there's reprieve. Even those who are yet to come are sharers in your grief. 'Cause in a little while, when all will be over, you're gonna say goodbye. Go and get your closure. In 100 years, when you're just a haze on the water, and then when it clears, it's another's turn to discover. But you know, they'll have to let go like you.
We're packing the studio up today. These ducks were given to us by a fan. He hand-carved them while listening to our music. Our music helped him deal with a death in his family. So he made these for us.
This is the bedroom closet that we transformed into a vocal booth. Brent and I signed our names before we wrote our last record. It's still there, right there. Ben and Brent were here, Beta Radio rules. Brent and I have been friends for over half our lives. Brent's more than just a friend, he's like my brother, so our lives are intertwined, and I think this room and this house is forever imprinted on our last record. At least lyrically there, you know, some of the content is about moving on, about familial things and just about family. And I'd like to think that some of the residue of my family living here made it on that record somehow.
Can you hear me, Caleb, on the morning when you came? It was me who wrote on to the wooden door your name. It'll last there longer than in this body I can stay. If you ever return again, write another's on the frame. 'Cause in a little while, when all will be over, you're gonna say goodbye. Go and get your closure. In 100 years, when you're just a haze on the water, and then when it clears, it's another's turn to discover. But you know, they'll have to let go like you.
The medium is the message. It's not what the final product is how you got there, and then what you used to get there, and where you did it and how you did it. So, recording in this house is kind of the part of the album.
Whenever you pass through a door frame, you're leaving something and starting something else. So I think we're leaving something and starting something else.